Right now, beating the heat by taking a dip in the pool. Renovations at a popular Madison swimming pool finish up just in time for summer. Plus, Congress is set to vote later this week on a tentative deal to address the nation's debt ceiling. What's included in the proposed deal? That's all coming up right now at 10. Well, breaking news in Sauk County, where the Sheriff's Office dispatch has confirmed 2 rail cars derailed near Devils Lake State Park earlier tonight. The Sheriff's Office isn't sharing many details at this time on what happened, but they say no one was hurt. Park rangers say that train was not carrying any hazardous materials. It happened at the railroad crossing at South Lake Road near the state park's parking lot. We'll be posting any updates as we receive them online at channel3000.com.
The agreement also represents a compromise, which means no one got everything they want. But that's the responsibility of governing. And this is a deal is good news, I believe you'll see, for the American people.
This weekend, the White House and House Republicans came to an agreement in principle on the debt ceiling. With 8 days to go until the country defaults on its bills, it's now up to Congress to get a deal passed and then go to the president's desk. Natalie Brand explains what that deal means.
We've got good news.
President Biden expressed optimism that he can sell his budget deal to members of his party.
We've reached a bipartisan budget agreement that we're ready to move to the full Congress. And I think it's a really important step forward.
Over on Capitol Hill, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy is working on getting the votes.
So it's not 100% what everybody wants, but when you look, the country is going to be stronger.
The deal struck between the White House and GOP negotiators late Saturday night would raise the debt limit for the next 2 years. It would keep non-defense spending roughly at the same levels through 2024. The agreement protects social programs such as Social Security, Medicaid, and new programs for veterans' medical care, but would temporarily place new work requirements on some receiving government assistance, including food stamps. The deal would also loosen environmental permitting for new energy projects.
I'm not happy with some of the things I'm hearing about.
Even as some progressive Democrats and conservative Republicans voice and tweet opposition, party leaders are sounding optimistic they can get it across the finish line.
Can you do that? Can you guarantee people that we will not see a default?
Yes.
Natalie Brandt, CBS News, Washington.
It was another nice day to spend some time outside, whether that was on a walk, a bike ride, or even a swim. Temperatures today certainly felt a lot like summer, and they will only get hotter over the next few days. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canolti is outside on the weather patio with tonight's first warn forecast. Gary?
Well, Brady, that temperature trend is up, and that will continue for the next couple of days as we take a look at the time lapse from the WISC-TV Skycam here in Madison. You can see cirrus clouds from much of the day, but also plenty of sunshine making its way on through the clouds, so it really didn't affect temperatures very much. But with the light winds, the Department of Natural Resources issued an air quality advisory for high levels of ozone from noon tomorrow until 11 p.m. tomorrow evening. So those who are susceptible to air quality issues or have breathing problems might want to just take it easy tomorrow and limit your time outside. Otherwise, this morning, temperatures a little bit warmer than they were last night, 46 degrees, or the night before, 46 low in Madison. Most areas were in the 40s. High temperatures today, lower 80s. Madison made it up to 81. Janesville hit 84, and current temperatures are still well into the 60s, although it is a little cooler closer to Lake Michigan. Here in Dane County, 69 right now in Verona, and also 69 in Oregon. Look for skies to be partly cloudy overnight. Low temperature dropping to about 52, so a little milder than last night. And then we'll take a look at a forecast that includes perhaps our first 90-degree temperatures of the season in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Gary. Madison's oldest outdoor community pool is now brand new again. The newly renovated Ridgewood Pool officially opened today, a community goal 7 years in the making. Braden Ross has the story.
3, 2, 1, jump!
I actually cried when they jumped in the pool this morning.
For those who spend their summers at the Ridgewood Pool, today was a big deal.
There was a real possibility that this pool would be shut down.
This time last year, the pool wasn't in great shape. Just ask Daniel and Lydia.
There was like a bunch of chips. There was like chips and everything else.
They, like many, have spent their whole lives swimming here.
I've been coming to this pool for I don't know how long.
This morning, they lined up early to be the first ones to take the plunge into the brand new Ridgewood Pool.
We have been waiting so long.
Ridgewood, for me, just means family, means community. I mean, it's more than just a pool.
The Ridgewood Pool opened in 1958, making it the oldest outdoor community pool in Madison.
It just became an icon in Madison.
But after more than 60 years, it was time for an upgrade.
Some of the kids standing outside the door asked, what's the water temperature going to be? And that's because last year and the year before and the year before, frequently the heaters didn't work because it was falling apart.
The community spent the last 7 years raising money to renovate the pool.
So many people put in so much work and effort, their time, their resources, and donations to be able to make this happen.
And today, they finally got to welcome the community to their new summer home.
My mind just blew up. It's just so amazing.
To know that Ridgewood will be here for another 60 years, for thousands more kids, it just means so much to this community that, yeah, we finally did it. And it brings tears to my eyes.
For News 3 Now, I'm Braden Ross.
Memberships for the pool are already at capacity for 2023, but there is a wait list. As some pools begin to open up for the summer, a reminder, Madison city beaches and splash pads are now open. As the weather continues to warm up, there are 12 city beaches and 3 splash pads available throughout town so you can cool yourselves off. Back here in Dane County, police in Oregon say a man was arrested last night after he attacked another man and later threatened officers. It happened near Thompson Park. Officers received a report of a man attacking another man in a vehicle. When they arrived, he wasn't cooperative with them, making threats to kill officers and a canine. However, officers were able to de-escalate the situation and take the man safely into custody. Police say he faces tentative charges related to domestic violence, as well as threats to law enforcement and harassment of a police animal. A man and woman were hurt late last night after the motorcycle they were riding on hit a deer in Greene County. It happened before 11 last night on State Highway 59, southwest of Albany. Deputies say a 50-year-old man from Monroe was traveling south on his motorcycle with a 47-year-old passenger when a deer darted across the road, hitting them both. Both were tossed off the motorcycle as it spun into a ditch. They are expected to recover, although the man's injuries are described as severe. In Milwaukee, the FBI is investigating a powerful car explosion from last week outside of a warehouse in the Franklin Heights neighborhood. Investigators are still trying to figure out who set off the homemade explosives. Officials say surveillance footage shows a black truck leading a tow truck with the car into the empty lot, and minutes later, it blows up. The intensity of the blast was so strong, it tore the roof off of the car and launched it into the second story of a building about 100 feet away. The next night, police began looking for evidence of who may have created those homemade explosives. A neighbor of one of those properties searched says he woke up to an armored police truck outside of his window.
Then they got on the radio, like on the vehicle, and basically, I think they said, like, hey, this is the Milwaukee County, and we have a warrant or something to that effect. So I was like, oh, that's kind of crazy. So I was just, like, watching out my window here. And, you know, they're all there in, like, the full battle rattle and all that.
Police did later arrest a man, but he was not formally charged. Scary moments for beachgoers in Florida. Sheriff's deputies say a 26-year-old drunk driver is facing charges after her SUV plowed into the water, speeding at 50 miles per hour past visitors. Deputies say the driver had a blood alcohol concentration of 0.15, nearly twice the legal limit. She faces multiple charges, including driving under the influence. Pope Francis held Mass in Vatican City today for the first time since he canceled his schedule due to a fever. The pontiff joined thousands of worshipers for the service, which marked the 50 days since Catholic Easter. The Vatican's confirmation of the 86-year-old Pope's fever sparked concerns about Francis's health. The last time he spiked a serious fever, in March, the 86-year-old pontiff was rushed to the hospital where he was diagnosed with acute bronchitis. He received intravenous antibiotics and was released 3 days later. Well, check out the mysterious green liquid that showed up in Italy's Grand Canal in Venice. Local authorities say the patch of phosphorescent green water appeared this morning. The police are now involved in figuring out how it got there, including looking at surveillance videos. The incident happened a week after environmental activists poured charcoal in Rome's landmark Trevi Fountain. but those activists say they aren't responsible for the green water in Venice. More news is ahead tonight at 10, how a grandmother in Lone Rock is going above and beyond, using her talents to help those battling serious illnesses.
With an exciting new Toyota, you can go out and enjoy all your favorite summer activities. Sorry.
Get 3.99% APR for 48 months on many of Toyota's most popular models.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
As a veteran of our country's armed services, you have already made the ultimate sacrifice. Why should you have to continue to do that? Through no fault of your own, you may be experiencing hardships, such as the inability to pay rent, utilities, or receive other life-sustaining services. And once again, you're called upon by your family to serve and protect. We want you to know we are here to support you. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. It's not easy to ask for a hand up, but we are clear in our mission. No Wisconsin veteran should ever have to face homelessness or lose heat, power, or water again. 833-WISC-VRAP. That's 833-947-8727.
Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2.
He's going to speak now.
The good news, U.S. Cellular gives you $1,200 off any phone with no trade-in needed.
Wow.
So, friend who always has a broken phone can finally get a new one.
Oh, it's just a scratch.
It's broken.
Oh. Ooh.
It's busted.
We're good. Oh, no.
Get $1,200 off any phone with no trade-in needed. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
We're kicking off Bob's Summer of Savings in all my stores coast to coast this Memorial Day weekend. Celebrating over 30 years of furniture fun in my now 165 stores across the United States. So come join the party, because I've got new collections you won't want to miss and treats for the whole fam. Plus, get Bob's discount on my highly rated furniture, mattresses, and more, with financing options to fit your budget. Get your home summer ready during Bob's Summer of Savings this Memorial Day weekend. I've saved you a seat at the party, and a sofa, and a bed, and a
With an exciting new Toyota, you can go out and enjoy all your favorite summer activities. Sorry.
Get 3.99% APR for 48 months on many of Toyota's most popular models.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
When you watch my show, you're a part of it. What a wicked talent. Kristen Chenoweth is here. Yay! Then the gymnasts of Fisk University take the J. Hud stage. You came with it.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
City officials want drivers to plan ahead as a portion of one of Madison's busiest intersections will be closed beginning Tuesday for a construction project. Half of the intersection of Regent Street and Park Street will be closed while crews work to install a sanitary sewer. The closures in the area will include no northbound traffic on Park Street across Regent Street and no southbound left turns from Park Street onto Regent Street. A Lone Rock grandmother's contribution to a local nonprofit truly seems to go above and beyond. Catherine Merck talks about the comfort both the organization and her craft provides her community.
I sew every day.
In the basement of her Lone Rock home, with her sewing machine, is Pat Fargan's happy place.
For me, it was just a relaxing way to spend my time.
The grandmother spends hours putting together small details on these quilts for a bigger purpose.
And it brings you satisfaction, and you know that you're doing this for someone else, and someone else is benefiting from it.
For Pat, each stitch is for service. She donates the blankets she makes to the nonprofit Project Linus.
We essentially are an all-volunteer organization. All funds are donated, all materials are donated, and all the labor is donated by the individuals who make the blankets.
The organization gives those blankets to sick children and other organizations in need of comfort.
This is the one I was telling you about that a little boy would really like it.
It's a mission that Pat has overwhelmingly contributed toward.
She's really, I think, exceptional in the sense that she makes a a very concerted effort to come a very long distance to help support us and to put her energy into the activity.
I personally turn in about 200 blankets a year.
It's something she's definitely humble about.
I do my share. Yeah, I do my share.
She's more focused on getting these quilts complete.
I see a string here. I got to get rid of it. Oh, there it is.
And giving other people the same feeling her sewing machine provides her.
And if they go and Grandma or Grandpa is going to the hospital and there's a little kid there that's crying because they're sad, give them a blanket. Make that child happy.
Reporting in Lone Rock, I'm Catherine Merck, News 3 Now.
And let's get a look at the first 4 and forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canolti. It feels like summer is finally here.
It is, and temperatures will continue to increase over the next couple of days, but our Memorial Day forecast looking pretty good. Partly sunny skies, warm, the humidity levels will stay low, high temperature at 83. The only problem is there might be high levels of ozone. I'll have more on that in a minute, but it's possible that some people could be affected, at least from the air quality standpoint. But 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Look for warm weather for Memorial Day, even warmer for Tuesday with highs in the upper 80s, and then we should be around 90 degrees for both Wednesday and Thursday. That part hasn't changed. Looks like we'll see some shower and thunderstorm chances in the afternoon and evening hours. Just looking at the very latest computer model forecast, might have to bump those probabilities up a little bit to about maybe 30%. I was thinking maybe 20% before, now maybe 30 or 40% Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday afternoon, but there'll still be areas that stay dry, and when it rains, it shouldn't last that long. In fact, our temperatures have been warming up pretty quickly. We started out the year with our first 60-degree temperature not occurring until the 31st of March. Now it's about two weeks behind schedule. But our first 70-degree day was just about a week and a half later, and that's actually a week ahead of schedule. Then our first 80-degree day happened on the 12th of April. That's about 2 weeks ahead of schedule. And our first 90-degree day, well, normally it happens June 25th, and it may happen this week. That would put us almost a month ahead of schedule. So got off to a slow start this spring, but those temperatures have warmed up quickly. Doppler track dry across most of the Midwest. Nearest showers are in Nebraska and South Dakota. Taking a look at future track precipitation, this is through 3 p.m. Wednesday. Not looking for a lot in the way of those spotty showers and thunderstorms Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So even through the weekend, we're probably still looking at less than 1/4 of an inch of rain in most areas. Monday afternoon, Monday evening, maybe a little better chance for some showers and thunderstorms as a cold front drops southward. But notice the rainfall totals over the next 10 days. Right around 1/2 inch through southern Wisconsin. We should be looking at about 1 inch to 1.5 inches of rain over that time period. High temperatures today, mainly in the 80s across the state, except near the Great Lakes. Milwaukee at 74, Superior at 72, but even that has been an improvement over previous days where temperatures have stayed in the 50s. But you can see most of the Midwest very comfortable for this second day of the Memorial Day weekend. 80s and 70s for the most part for high temperatures, but more showers and thunderstorms out to the west. Those are heading northward and won't affect us for a while. Some showers and storms in the southeastern part of the country. So we're in a good place, right in between just those cirrus clouds coming through. And for the most part, we're looking at a dry forecast. Again, that air quality advisory from noon until 11 p.m. tomorrow evening for high levels of ozone through much of Wisconsin away from Lake Michigan and Lake Superior. For tomorrow, though, for Memorial Day, partly sunny and warm, again with low humidity and a high of 83. Planning your day across Dane County, 81 for the high of Mount Vernon, 82 in Marshall, and 82 for the high in Cambridge with partly sunny skies, 85 for the high in Janesville, 82 Lone Rock, and 84 for the Memorial Day high in La Crosse. First warn 7 to 10 day forecast, 87 Tuesday and around 90 Wednesday and Thursday. Again, shower and thunderstorm chances mainly in the afternoon and evening Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Temperatures, though, still staying quite warm through the weekend and into the early part of next week. Just again, looking at those latest computer model forecasts, those temperatures next week might not be quite as cool as we have there, too. So that might be an improvement.
And meanwhile, today, it seems like everyone that I know had a boat, and they're on a boat. They didn't invite us.
I was going to say, I don't know anybody who has a boat, or they haven't called me anyway.
We'll work on it. All right, thanks, Gary.
Sure.
Well, today, Lego lovers of all ages were able to showcase their creativity for the Brick Universe Lego Fan Expo at the Monona Terrace Community and Convention Center. Photojournalist Sydney Martin shares the sights and sounds from this year's popular event.
Just checking out some cool stuff. Heard there was a Lego convention.
So the idea behind Brick Universe started back in 2013.
We are a
family-owned event that travels around the U.S. to at least a dozen locations.
We have artists from around the country, including Western Canada, down to San Diego, California, Chicago.
I am one of several featured artists at the event. We're happy to be in Madison, first time back since 2018, so there's a ton of new work.
Just the creativity and imagination. Basically, you can come anything you imagine, you can make it out of Lego.
You have a lot of different choices to build with, and you can express yourself. You can use humor, you can use seriousness, you can use a lot of different, emotions to show off what you like to build.
So it is really cool to just be a part of something that travels around, showing that to people how far you can take Lego bricks. Anything and everything, whatever you can imagine, you can do it with Lego.
Our artists are amazing. We're so glad to have them.
Impressed, really impressed.
As long as it's a challenge, I'll keep doing it, because anything worthwhile is usually challenging, I think. The more I've done with it, the more I've realized that it is one of the more relatable mediums. It's something that the public can instantly connect with.
This guy, Paul Hetherington, his stuff is super creative. As somebody who grew up with Legos and just finds them really cool in a unique art form, it just wows me what he's able to do with all of it.
I grew up with Lego, got my first set at age 5, a nice fire station, and it grew from there. We're here to talk to people, inspire the next generation of builders, and show off our stuff, and show off how much we love Lego bricks.
Do you think you can build something like that someday?
I'm probably going to do it when I get home.
That's the spirit. Well, still ahead, an emotional day on the golf course for a local legend and his daughter. That's next in sports with Andrew.
3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
These epic offers won't last forever.
Water is one of nature's most beautiful and life-sustaining resources. At no fault of their own, many Wisconsin utility customers are facing a shutoff to their water service. This leaves them without the one life-giving resource we all take for granted. And those hardest hit are on fixed incomes, juggling multiple temporary jobs, or those who lost full-time jobs in sectors hardest hit by the pandemic. If someone you care about needs a hand up, your local Wisconsin energy providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your water, heat, and power on. If you are in danger of losing your water service, call 833-H2O-WISC, 833-426-9472. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
The Chevy RS family of SUVs has it all. Whether you want the 10.2-inch diagonal color touchscreen on Blazer or extra peace of mind with Chevy Safety Assist standard on the 2023 Chevy family of SUVs. So take your pick. The choice is yours. Spring into adventure and get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Equinox models. Or get $1,500 cash allowance. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
It's time for amazing Memorial Day savings at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Right now, shop unbeatable deals on everything you need to kick off the summer season. Like special buy Kingsford Charcoal Briquette Combo Packs, just $16.99. Men's Lee Extreme Motion Shorts, only $34.99. And select Milk-Bone Dog Treats start at just $8.99. Plus, this Friday through Sunday, we're thanking all veterans and active military with an extra 10% off their entire purchase.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
You've got this. You didn't think your sister would take you up on the dog sitting offer, but here you are. Barriers? Purchased. Doggy distractions? No expense spared. Yeah, you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with $50 overdraft grace zone. So when you have to make a purchase, or 7, to prepare, you can be sure we're looking out for you, so you can look out for him. You've got this with Associated Bank.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
These epic offers won't last forever.
For the first time in 291 days, the Madison Mallards are back in action at the Duck Pond tomorrow at 4:05. Cheese curds, beer, baseball, that sounds like my kind of Memorial Day. I stopped by to Warner Park to talk to Mallards manager Donnie Scott, who's still getting to know the group that he'll be leading, but added they'll get to know each other quite well over the next 72 games. They'll play that many between now and August 12th. And with the talent on this year's roster, for Scott, the more the merrier.
We got an exciting group that's coming in, and not real familiar with them all right now. We've only had yesterday we worked out, and today we're going to work out, and tomorrow we're playing. So hopefully these guys over the course of the summer will get better and better.
The Brewers needing a win to avoid the 4-game sweep from the Giants, and they didn't waste any time in this one. Runners on the corners in the first inning. Brian Anderson slaps that one the other way, and it just stays fair. That would score a pair to put Milwaukee up 3-0 in the first. And then in the second, Crew up 5-zip, make it 7. William Contreras kisses the sky with a moonshot. No doubt about that one. Brewers cash in on the early lead, winning 7-5 the final. And a tough end to a remarkable season for Madison College baseball. After finishing second in last year's World Series, the Wolfpack lost each of their first 2 games this year, 7-1 the final today. Former Badger head football coach Paul Christ has a new gig. He reportedly put his Middleton home on the market and took an offensive analyst job with the Texas Longhorns. To the greens, where Steve Stricker looks to complete a ferocious comeback. Here he is on 18. A birdie locks up another major for the Edgerton native, and it just scoots left. That would force a sudden death playoff, and in sudden death, Patrick Harrington needed to sink this to beat Strick. And he isn't able to get it. That means Steve Stricker wins his 2nd straight event and his 6th senior major title. Even better, he did it all with his daughter as his caddy.
Hi, Steve Stricker here with my super caddy, Izzy, winner of the 2023 KitchenAid Senior PGA Championship. Izzy, what do you got to say about this?
I'm so proud of you, and I'm so glad I got to be a part of it.
Thanks, everybody. Take care.
We finished with my favorite story from the past week. Verona High School's Ben Rohrvet was called up to the MLB last week, and with the Yankees in his first at bat, he hit a double. He's played 5 games for the Yanks in the past week, including a 2-for-4 pinstripes debut. He previously played in the MLB with the Twins in 2021, missed 2022 due to injury, but from the 608 to Yankee Stadium, playing alongside Aaron Judge, he's just taking it all in.
No, it'll be fantastic. The pinstripes are the pinstripes. This is beyond exciting. Just every day, taking it day by day, waking up with one thing in mind, trying to get better at one thing, even if it's small, large, and just really trying to stay healthy.
He is thriving.
He really is. I mean, I don't know. What do I need to do to get his success, I guess? I mean, he's killing it.
You could wear the pinstripes.
That's true. Maybe next week.
Okay. Yeah, something to look forward to. All right, thanks, Andrew. We'll be right back.
This Monday, one day only, earn a 25-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $50 you spend. That's a 25-cent fuel saver for every $50. Monday only, and only at Hy-Vee.
Ruggability. We straight made that word up. How else to describe the otherwise indescribable, rugged, capable, incredible versatility and affordability of a Honda SUV? Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com calls Honda the best value brand. Car and Driver calls Honda the winningest brand in 10 best history. But we like ruggability, and you'll like the incredifantabulous deals, so see your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer today. Honda gets Wisconsin.
George uses AT&T for his internet and mobile service. Anthony has Spectrum One. What's the difference? With AT&T, George pays a lot more.
I'm sorry, I do?
AT&T Internet costs $55, and AT&T Unlimited Extra Line costs $75.
Plus monthly fees. Ouch.
With Spectrum One, Anthony gets internet with fast and reliable speeds.
Super fast.
Advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced privacy and security.
With Spectrum, I get Security Shield, blocking threats.
And an unlimited mobile line with nationwide 5G.
Service, so reliable.
All for $49.99 a month. Go to spectrum.com/save more to see how much you can save. Or call us and we'll do it for you. With Spectrum One, Anthony is saving almost $100 a month.
That's almost $1,200 in savings. I'm switching to Spectrum.
Get Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and a free unlimited mobile line. Visit spectrum.com/save-more or call 833-754-4999 today.
Just one drop. Oh! Gorilla Super Glue Micro Precise. Of course!
Precise application, controlled dispensing with Gorilla Strength for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Get 4 Arby's Classic Roast Beef Sandwiches for just $10. That's one for now, one after that, one to celebrate the first 2, and one more because that's how many 4 is. Arby's, we have the meat.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
This Monday, one day only, earn a 25-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $50 you spend. That's a 25-cent fuel saver for every $50. Monday only, and only at Hy-Vee.
Channel 3000 Plus. Watch from your streaming media player or mobile device.
Well, Gary, you have to be pretty happy about tomorrow's weather.
Looking pretty good. There's just one little issue. There's the live view from the Edgewater Sky Camp. Temperatures right now pretty comfortable. Upper 60s, still 50s closer to Lake Michigan. It'll be a little cooler closer to the Great Lakes, but right now it's still 68 in Madison, 67 in Deerfield, 66 degrees up in Wanakee. Temperatures dropping off to about 52 overnight. Look for a high tomorrow of 83 degrees, but there is an air quality advisory for high levels of ozone between noon and 11 p.m. tomorrow for most of southern Wisconsin. Actually, away from Lake Michigan, all areas are included, but then those temperatures warm up to around 90 by Wednesday and Thursday. 80s, upper 80s on Friday.
That sounds pretty good to me.
Can't beat it.
Hey, thanks everyone. Have a great night.